Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and if you're new to our channel, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so that you will be notified when we'll be uploading videos like this. Now, in this particular lecture series, we'll be discussing marketing. Uh, this is an introductory course to marketing management, and I hope that you will be with me until the end of this lecture series. And in this particular video, we will be introducing ourselves into marketing. What is marketing? What are the new things of marketing? And how do we define marketing in the new realities that we have, considering that we just, you know, are in a pandemic and there are things that are in the development of today's set of technology and there are new realities that we have to take into consideration when dealing with marketing or marketing management for that matter. And so that's the reason why it is highly necessary that we have to reorient ourselves and educate ourselves with these new realities in order for us to become a much better and effective marketing officers or marketing managers for that matter in this particular very sort of a harsh and competitive world that we're living in. Now, we begin this video discussion with different definitions of what is marketing. All right. Now, by the way, if you see a QR code that is displayed in your screen, that means that there are sources that have been quoted in this particular slide. And so there is a QR code that is displayed in your screen, and if you will scan it, it will display exactly where did we get this information that is being shared to you in this particular video. Now, we have to define marketing correctly in the context of new realities in a way that we will be able to advance a more proactive kind of a marketing perspective wherein it not only boosts sales or help introduce products, goods, and services to the target audience, but it also communicates value to the target customers. Now, marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs, which means that marketing will meet social needs, will meet human needs by doing such an effective communication and delivering this set of messages towards the intended audience. The American Marketing Association offers the following formal definition. Marketing is the activity, set of institution, and processes of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. So this is a sort of a all-encompassing definition of what marketing is. But the point of the matter is you should be able to communicate well towards your target and intended customers. Now, marketing management is the art and science of choosing the target market and getting, keeping, and growing customers through creating, delivering, and communicating superior customer value. The point of this particular perspective is we should be able to communicate our the concept of what we call as a differentiation. What is that you have that others don't? And how would you communicate that particular specific feature or benefit of your product, goods, and services, or any other experience that can be offered to the intended audience? And how would they feel that such a particular offering is of high value than those that are existing in the market? And so, marketing is also a societal process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating, offering, and freely exchanging products and services of value with others. So marketing is a broad concept, but the essence of marketing remains the same, and that is to offer a superior value towards your customers or intended customers, and you have to communicate well to them. And so a good and effective marketing communication strategy is the one that enables the customers to understand the superiority of your product and believe in themselves, how these products can help them navigate around this very complex life. Why is marketing necessary? We might be thinking about, you know, we could live probably without marketing. In the harsh and competitive modern world, we don't need marketing. Well, that is certainly not true, because marketing is the only method by which we can communicate effectively towards our intended audience or our target audience. And marketing allows the individual or the institution to introduce its goods and services to the target market. It is the only way by which goods and services that are offered to the target market are effectively introduced to them. So, meaning, without marketing, there is no such thing as an effective way of introducing whatever kind of product you're offering to the market. And marketing helps communicate value to the target market in a way that it will capture their attention to introduce action. Marketing also educates the public on the nature and purpose of why the organization exists. Now, let us remember that not all companies are selling tangible products. Some are selling identities. Some are selling causes. Like, let's say, for example, for those non-government organizations like the United Nations, UNICEF, and all of those organizations that helps to promote a more sustainable society wherein human beings can harmoniously live together in peace and harmony. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to have a product so that they can utilize marketing in order to educate the target audience. But no, that's not necessarily the thing. Why? Because marketing is an all encompassing concept wherein even non government organizations can actually use it in order to propagate the idea or at some point educate the public about why their specific organizations exist in the first place and the purpose why they continue to exist. And in that matter, we can see a lot of advertising, marketing, communications from these non government organizations who are not selling anything, but they just want to educate the public about the importance of their continued existence. And eventually, marketing actually helps boost sales. And so, the more you engage in effective marketing strategies, the more that it will boost sales. That's the reason why many of the leading organizations, companies, and corporations in the world actually spends as high as 10-20% of their gross sales specifically designed and directed towards marketing strategies. Why? Because marketing is a very important tool in order for them to communicate well to their target audience. Now, what are the things that are being marketed in this very competitive world that we are in? Now, first, we have goods and services and events. Goods are those tangible things that you can purchase in the supermarket or anywhere else as long as these are tangible products like cars or bags or toys and other things that you can purchase which you can hold, own, and you can verify as something that is tangible. That is, or those are goods. Services are like Grab, Facebook, a barber shop, massage parlors, doctors' services, or engineers and lawyers. These are services that are also marketed. Or let's say, for example, events like NBA games, boxing, Miss Universe, or the World Cup, or probably Olympics. These are events that are being marketed, and believe it or not, this actually results into quite a staggering profit, depending on how effective is the marketing strategies imposed or implemented in a particular event. Just like, let's say, for example, the Super Bowl in the United States actually gathers billions upon billions of dollars in just one advertising period. And that opportunity also of having to advertise and market your product in a fraction of a minute in the middle of a Super Bowl game is also an opportunity to introduce yourself upon millions and millions of viewers of that particular specific event. And so these are the ways by which events can actually be marketed at some particular point. Now, let's proceed with experiences or persons and places. Now, experiences like, let's say, for example, skydiving or island hopping or going to a Disneyland, all right, or going to a theme park. These are experiences that are being marketed in the current realm of dealing with business. We also have persons like artists or stars. We also market CEOs and business educators and sports enthusiasts and athletes. We also market places like countries, cities, beaches like that of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, or some islands as far as uh, in El Nido, Palawan in the Philippines. We market places. Then we also market organizations, as I've already told you, those non-profit organizations or some other for-profit organizations that actually markets their own names instead of their individual products. We market properties such as real properties, financial properties, including buildings and some other properties that are available in the market today. And we also market information and ideas. We market schools, we market books, and we market ideas such as those that are in the web content or content creation. We also market these particular things. Now, what are the key consumer or customer markets? Number one, we have the consumer markets. Now, the consumer markets is simply us, the one who is consuming goods and services, by which these huge multinational or probably local corporations and companies are directing their product designs to the satisfaction of our individual wants and needs. And we purchase these particular goods or experience this particular product offering. And by that, the corporations and companies producing these particular goods and services earn profit because we are the consumer market. Now, the next one is the business market. The business market is actually the interchange of materials, raw materials, or probably finished product at some point from one company towards the other in a huge deals, probably at some point with a lot of business contracts and the like. So business markets is dealing with billions upon billions of dollars every day. So these are transactions that are beyond what the people can see. This is where professional sellers and experts in sales management actually plays a very important role, because you have to present your bid on a particular purchase decision of a particular company, and then you have to present in there, convince the board or key decision makers, the purchasing officers of a company, in order to favor their decisions towards your product offering. And business market actually plays a very important role in the the entire economy of a country, because this is also where the transition towards what we call as a global market begins. Because when businesses deal with businesses from other countries, it becomes the global market, wherein the interconnection and interchange of products, goods, and services from one multinational corporation to the other that is situated in different countries around the world actually happens day by day. In fact, the global market was heavily disrupted by the presence of the current pandemic, that is COVID 19, which effectively halts all processes of the global markets except those that are offered online. All right, those that which products are intangible products, which services that are experienced online. Other than that, because shippings are heavily regulated, air travel is heavily regulated, so the global market is actually heavily affected. And of course, the other customer market is the nonprofit organizations and the government. Of course, there is a very less or unlikely possibility that these particular government organizations will go bankrupt. So they are a very good target for marketing, because when you have these government institutions as your business partner, or let's say, for example, your customer, then you are at some point quite insured that you will be paid, that all the debts that will be or are incurred by this organization will be paid. So they have the money because they have unlimited taxes. So they are also a good customer market. Nonprofits like the United Nations or any foundation can also be a good customer market.